Talent retention in 21st century firms. Fasten your seatbelts as an industry expert gives us the lowdown on how to keep your most valuable assets. Megan Easey, Elevate.
Hello, here I am again with a good story to tell you. Some years ago, I ran a leadership workshop, and I want to tell you how that leadership workshop went. I asked for 4 volunteers from the group, a group about the same size as you. Again, people don't like volunteering, so I chose the first person, and it was someone that I knew. I then got 3 other people to volunteer. Of course, their friends volunteered them, that's how it happens. What we did first was, I explained that I was going to give an instruction. They'd each been given a large piece of paper and a marker. The instruction that I gave was that they should draw a house. And that house should show what time of year it is. That house should also show either an animal or a plant in the front, and if possible, show the theme of the house as well. So, apartment block, house, Spanish, something along those lines. I gave them 90 seconds. Bang, and we said, go. And there was frantic drawing, and there was encouragement and noise, and everyone was getting involved. And then what happened was we stopped. And I said, right, now I'm going to give you feedback. I walked along to the first person, bearing in mind who I knew, and I raved. I said, this is the best drawing I have ever seen in this exercise. You are fantastic. This is just brilliant. I just love it. There's nothing specific, just that I love it. So anyone looking at that person would be, but wait a minute, doesn't she know her? Next person I went to, I said it was the most awful drawing I'd ever seen. I said, what is this? What's that? What's going on here? The third person, I walked past and I completely ignored. The fourth person, I said, what did you understand by the task? Then I said, really like this part that you put together here. It makes a nice impact. Probably what you might want to do is move that slightly to the right so that it looks more center next time you draw it. But overall, a really good drawing, and thank you very much. Then I asked the group, number 1, what feedback did you get? The first person, you raved about me. The second person, not very nice. The third person, I didn't get any feedback. The fourth person, well, you told me what I needed to do, and I felt good about what I had done. The second question I asked was, how likely are you to do this task again? Again, first person, yeah, sure. Second person, third person, fourth person, yes. And then I asked, what would you do differently? First person, don't know. Second person, don't know. Third person, don't know. Fourth person, I would move my picture slightly to the right. Why am I telling you this story? Because what leadership is about giving feedback. And we all know in this gaming industry, the current trend is to talk about all the bells and whistles when you bring someone on board. You know, you've got the bean bags, you've got the lunch, you've got the gym membership, you've got the medical cover. And we all know that if we present those benefits as something people can cherry pick closest to what they need, that works well. But the point is, we have got to take a step back in the 21st century. The 21st century should be reflecting the last 15 years in online gaming in Malta, where people and leaders give feedback. That's the golden rule. That is where the power sits. And when I spoke to each of those people, what they identified was that praise, and by the way, to someone that I knew, came across like that person was my favorite. How often do we see this in this industry? People see people promoted, and that's someone's favorite. The second person, just because of the negative, not encouraging feedback, didn't really want to participate anymore and starts to spread that amongst everyone else. The third person is the most powerful impact. and I'll tell you why. So often, we're giving out tasks, we're working in teams, we're giving our best, but we don't get any feedback. And one of the most demotivating things, apart from negative feedback, because at least that is feedback, is to be ignored. So one of the things I want to encourage you to do today is, if we are going to take the next step in the 21st century, which we think is all about the bells and whistles, it isn't. We have got to focus on leadership in our teams. When we're promoting people, we need to give them their best possible chance, because their best possible chance is to be able to lead by example. And I hope this exercise and this story is something that you remember, because whether you're in HR and you have HR teams, or if you're in HR and you consult to people in the business, please remember, when you ignore people, that is feedback in itself. Thank you.